All right, K-pop fans, listen up. If you haven't already, you're going to want to clear your entire schedule for 2026. Seriously, because this isn't just another year of comebacks. Oh no, this is a historic, once-in-a-generation convergence of legends that is set to completely change the game. And in this explainer, we're giving you the ultimate guide to what we're calling the K-pop supercycle. Okay, so I'm just going to put this out there. 2026 is shaping up to be the single biggest, most impactful year in K-pop history, period. All the energy that's been building up for the last few years, it's about to be unleashed all at once. And trust me, you are going to want a front row seat for this. So to get you ready, here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll break down what this supercycle thing even is. Then, we'll look at the absolutely insane comeback schedule. We're going to dive deep into BTS's monumental return, celebrate 10 years of BLACKPINK, and finally, we'll map out all the massive world tours about to take over the entire globe. First things first, let's talk about this idea of a supercycle. This isn't just jargon. It's not just a busy year. This is a genuinely rare phenomenon where multiple generations of absolute icons are all returning to the stage at pretty much the exact same time. So what is it exactly? Well, a supercycle is basically a period of activity so intense, it's unlike anything we've ever seen before. Think of it like a perfect storm. You've got major groups all returning from military service, you've got other artists celebrating huge career anniversaries, and you have a ton of globe-spanning tours all launching at once. It's the moment the Legends clocks all start ticking again, together. So who's driving this perfect storm? Well, check out this lineup. We're talking about the absolute titans. The global phenomenon BTS making their full group return. The queens of K-pop, BLACKPINK, celebrating a decade of dominance. The legendary Big Bang hitting their 20-year milestone. And the powerhouse group EXO is dropping their first full group album in years. I mean, wow. It's a convergence of star power we've truly never seen before. And the crazy part? The action starts immediately, like day one. The first few months of 2026 are so jam-packed, it feels like a whole year's worth of comebacks crammed into a single season. There's no easing into this. It just kicks off with a bang. I mean, just look at this timeline. The year starts with an absolute explosion. We kick off with a solo concert from the one and only Hwasa, and then boom, a full album from EXO, their first in years. Then you've got second-gen legends A-Pink celebrating a massive 15-year milestone. All of this leads up to the new BTS album in March and Big Bang's iconic return at Coachella. And for longtime fans, that promised IOI reunion, that's a huge moment of nostalgia we have been waiting for. Okay, we have to talk about this because the return of BTS is, you could argue, the very centerpiece of this entire supercycle. After completing their military service, the 21st century pop icons are back together, and they are launching what everyone expects to be one of the biggest tours ever. And it all begins right at home. The grand return kicks off with 3 absolutely massive nights at Goyang Stadium in South Korea. For all the armies who've been waiting so patiently, these dates in April 9th, 11th, and 12th, they mark the official start of a brand new era. Okay, for everyone trying to get tickets, listen closely. These are the details you've been waiting for. It's all happening through Knoll Ticket, and the Army pre-sale starts on January 22nd. But here's the most crucial detail. There is a strict limit of 1 ticket per person per show. Yeah, you heard that right. It just goes to show how insane the demand is going to be. They're doing everything they can to give more fans a fair shot. And what about prices? Well, you're looking at 3 tiers. The most exclusive one is the Soundcheck package. It's about $200 US, and it gets you that coveted, once-in-a-lifetime access to the pre-show soundcheck. The other tiers are for standard seating, but let's be real. That soundcheck experience is the holy grail that so many diehard fans are going to be aiming for. Now, this just shows you the sheer scale of this comeback. Thanks to an immersive 360-degree stage design, which basically puts the members right in the center of the action, the stadium is expected to hold around 30,000 fans per night. This isn't just a concert. It is a massive, unforgettable experience. And they are not wasting any time. Right after Korea, the tour immediately goes global. I mean, look at this. The first few months are a complete whirlwind through Asia, North America, and Europe, hitting iconic venues like the Tokyo Dome and MetLife Stadium. This isn't just a tour, it's a statement. And remember, this schedule you see here, this is just the beginning of a massive 70-plus date track that goes well into 2027. Of course, the return of the Kings is matched by a celebration for the Queens. As they hit their 10th anniversary, Blackpink is also making a massive comeback, and they're ready to reassert their position as the world's top girl group. So the plan is simple but oh so powerful. Fresh off their huge deadline tour, the group is dropping their first full album in 4 years. Let that sink in. This isn't just new music. It's a 10th anniversary celebration, a monumental milestone, and a moment that blinks all over the world have been waiting for a very, very long time. So you see the pattern here, right? It's not just one big tour. It's the sheer density of all of them happening at once that makes 2026 so special. Having this many of K-pop's biggest acts crisscrossing the globe at the same time is completely unprecedented. So let's try and put this incredible scale into perspective. Now, this table really puts the global scale of it all into focus. So while BTS is launching their massive 70-plus date tour, just look at the sheer endurance of Twice, 78 shows. And they're capping it off with a historic performance at Japan's National Stadium. They are the first foreign artists to ever headline there. That is huge. And then you have NCT Dream pulling in nearly 500,000 fans in just 27 shows. I mean, each one of these tours is a massive undertaking on its own, but together, it's a global takeover. You know, when you look at all this data, all these dates, these venues, these numbers, it becomes so clear that 2026 is way more than just a comeback year. It's an unprecedented, coordinated push that's solidifying K-pop's place as a truly dominant force in global culture. The super cycle is here. And the real question is, after a year this big, where does the industry even go from here? We'll all be watching.